Welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about
whatever we want.
And today we got Alex over here.
Hi guys. Hi.
How do you guys know each other? And then how did we all know each other?
This guy used to always come to my classes, and he would be just the only guy in my classes.
Which classes?
My kickboxing class. I used to teach
Your Taibo classes?
my Taibo kickboxing classes. Billy Blanks style. Shout out to my boy Billy Blanks. But this guy would be the only one in my classes, and he would always linger, and he would talk to me, and he was really weird at first, but I found out he was very nice, and he started hanging out. And
what about him where you're like, I can entrust my self-defense future to a guy that looks like him?
Yeah, that's true. Because when I chose a martial arts coach, he wasn't my first pick.
No.
But then after I saw him transition David, and I was like, wow, if you could do that for David.
Yeah. It was his lips.
His lips?
Yeah, because when he would hold mitts for me, he'd always like. I was like, oh, I think this guy kind of like me.
Yeah, I was attracted.
Going back.
You gotta have chemistry, with your coach.
But he was cool. I mean, honestly, like, too, he was like the only one I could make the morning class, but he was cool.
So it's a scheduled default thing that you.
It's all about just showing up, guys.
Yeah.
Just show up.
You know that he lost like that fight that they all went to,
Yeah.
and then they still hired him as their coach. It's fucking
and then I lost my fight under him, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I'm like 0-8 in fights this past 2 years, as far as coaching wise, you know. And the one time our guy won, we didn't even show up.
no, that's not true. Pat won.
Yeah, that don't
So
we don't
we're
count
1-8.
that. Yeah, he's a comedian. That don't count,
We
bro.
won an 8.
Pat's our buddy that fought Chris Sosa, who's also been on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Do you know Chris Sosa?
yeah. I met him.
So he actually has been boxing since he was a kid because his dad's a boxing coach.
And his dad faked his death too.
That
and
story is so crazy.
Yeah, they
What?
Yeah, bro.
We did a JK News about it. So basically, quick snippet is Chris Sosa's dad. His wife was like nuts or some shit, and then he faked his death.
She was trying to kill him. She hired a hitman.
From the gym, though. She hired, like, a guy in the gym.
That he owns.
I'm gonna hire Anthony to kill Alex.
In the
Yeah.
What a rookie mistake.
He worked with the cops. Like he faked his death, took pictures, and then all that shit, and got her in
And the
trouble.
pictures are low-key so bad, too. Did you see them? They look so bad, like catch up and shit. Like, damn, she believe this shit? That's how dumb she is.
Well, he told the cops. He ratted.
He ratted to the cops that he was about to get hit by his own wife and this dude in the gym. So then they faked his death in order to seem like the hit happened, so that they could what?
Arrest her.
Arrest her. Get more information.
She actually paid the people.
Yeah.
So once she paid them, they were able to arrest her.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, I understand
The guy
now.
in the gym was in on it. So like because he was friends with Sosa's dad, so they kind of all set it up from there.
Tucci ass.
Wow.
But then in another crazy story, Sosa and his boy Pat, they did like a comedians only boxing event,
Yeah.
That sounds hilarious.
which is crazy too. How did that even come about?
I have no idea. Our homie Jose Raymond, really funny comedian. He's really dope. He put it all together. He's a fucking wild man. All he wants to do is box, and he was like, "Oh, it should be a good idea."
Jokes in boxing.
Yeah, to get all these random guys he does shows with to just start fighting each other. Most of them didn't know how to box at all, and they learned how to box within like a month.
It looked crazy.
And it was a total shit show.
A lot of it was just
Swinging.
They
for
were
10 seconds and
dude. Yeah, honestly. And then one of the there's this guy named Jamar Neighbors who boxes like pretty regularly, and he's a pretty funny comedian.
Oh,
and
shit.
he's jacked as fuck, bro. Like
He's
jacked
beating
as
the
fuck.
fuck out of
He
people?
beat the fuck out of this poor like
The Hispanic guy.
Mexican dude.
He's all out of shape and shit.
Another comedian, and they just beat the shit out of each other.
Why would they pair him up? That's fucked up.
I don't know. Maybe it was
Weight class?
Maybe that's the comedy part of it.
that's the punchline, huh? But that was the name of the show. I didn't get credit for that. Yeah. So Patrick and Chris were the only guys that actually had boxing experience, so they paired them together and they fought. Yeah, and it was a fun little match. But yeah, that's how we all know each other. We all train together, and then with Alex and Joe and Bart and David, we all get together and we all train. So
What did you guys call it earlier? We don't train. We like hang train.
Hang train?
Tell us about how David hangs and trains with us.
So when I was training with Nick, it was always on time. We'd have like our hour sessions, and then like David
Progression happening.
Yeah, progression where like he was like, "Hey, I want David to do some partner drills. Come through." I was like, "All right, cool." So I got there for the first session, and David wasn't there, and then I was like, "All right, cool." So
you were there to support him.
And then so like the next time we go, and then he's like 30 minutes late. Then we started doing classes, and he would always be late, but then it would turn into.
By how much would you say?
Like by the third class.
I think the shortest time was like 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
The first time I came, he was like, "Yo, show up. It's gonna be at 10."
And you know how Bart is.
I like to be early, so I'm like 9:40 or whatever. And I'm
Nah,
like,
way early.
I'm like, "Yo, how
You got
come
there
no?"
at 7.
I'm like, "Yo."
He's already working out at the gym before.
I'm like, "How come no one's here?" And he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna be there at like 10:30." And I'm like, "Wait, I thought you said everyone's gonna show up at 10." No, I'm just down the street. I'm like, "All right."
But that's the worst part. He did live down the street at the time.
And he was always the latest.
He's the latest, dude. He never shows up.
But he would come, and then like we'd get there, and then we'd all talk, and then that 30 minutes late turned into us.
He comes in with something to vent about already.
He comes in. Oh, I didn't sleep till 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
His hair's kind of all messed
Bro,
up.
David's a fucking mess, bro.
Yeah, and then we'll talk for like an hour, and then he'd be like, "You guys just want to go eat? You guys just wanna go eat?" And then we just go eat instead. And then sometimes we'd be like, "All right, let's get at least one round of mitts in." So we do like a 1 minute round of mitts, and then be like, "All right, cool, we worked out enough. Let's go eat."
Oh, come on, I'm not cool enough. What does that mean?
Like we hit the mitts.
You hit each other's mitts?
Yeah.
Okay.
For this guy's mitts.
You know, like in the movies where they're like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do that shit.
Yeah, that's sick shit. I love that.
And we do that for a minute. That's it.
like 10 minute or less.
A total of 3 minutes because we each did one round and then go and eat. But Shabu Lane, you feel me?
Shabu, Korean barbecue. I know, and then the eating takes longer than the training session all the time. So
that's how you
I
guys train.
can't do that anymore.
That's how you guys train. I'll train you guys.
That's fitness, bro. Well, I'm telling
So
you.
you saying show up, chill for like an hour and a half, hit a mitt for a minute, and go eat for like an hour and a half? Those are
that's
good
what I'm telling you,
ratios.
that's what I'm telling you, it's fun.
It is fun because every Friday we used to have like 10 people, right?
Way more. We'd
Yeah,
have
it
like,
was real. And then there's a lot of people you could train
I'm
with.
telling you, this is
Yeah.
Kendra's rehearsal. It's the same shit.
I think it's
Is it? You guys just hang dance?
hang dance.
People be showing up like an hour late, 40 minutes late and stuff.
How do you start the choreo or start rehearsing if people are, they just catch up?
We'll get to work when it's like the week of the show. But if you like start prepping like a month before the show, it's like then nothing happens.
It's crazy. The week of the show is when you guys get going?
When we for real get going. Like the week before, it's like you think you show up and everybody's trying to be progressive and productive and stuff, and you like try to shit out ideas, but then you're like, maybe we can like get more creative if we like go eat. We should talk about our costumes and stuff. Yeah, you want to hit the restaurant?
And then the best is while you're eating, you're like, oh yeah, this helps so much. I'm really, I'm able to think about more.
And you want to go sleep?
The second somebody's like, you gonna get a drink? I'll get one drink, and then it's over.
So I remember the first time I worked out with Bart, because I knew him and David were boys, so I was like, all right, it's kind of probably gonna be like David's situation. Got there at 7, he's like, all right, here, let's start warming up. I'm like, damn, bro, can I chill for a second? And then we did the whole workout, I'm all tired. He's like, all right, Ron came, and then he's like, all right, let's train. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm kind of tired though, shit.
That's why David never trains with Bart.
I know.
Fuck no, I did a barbell video and he's like, can you do 5:30? I'm like, no, I can do 5:30 in the fucking morning.
What are you, an asshole, bro? That's so crazy.
He booked me like 2 months in advance.
That's way too early, bro.
And he's there at 5.
It was like 5 in the morning in Costa Rican time. This cat's texting me about 2 months from now. Can you come? I'm like,
You got your time zones all fucked up, Bart.
Well, I have to, dude.
So I think it's time for Anthony to make us crossover to start training with us.
To do some dancing?
I can hit miss for a minute right now. We still got time.
Hey, Anthony, in between takes, he likes to do like a little 10-second lesson with me where he just kind of.
Dude, I'm just, hey, don't tell people, man. I'm just trying to learn the basics before I show up, you know?
But when you train with them, though, it's a 4 or 5 hour commitment.
It's 4 or 5 hours, commit, but like 1 minute of work, right?
You're interested about martial arts and all that?
Yeah. I used to do martial arts when I was younger, and I really enjoyed it. Did taekwondo, and I even got like all the way to like secondary black belt, but I like could never kick a fool's ass. It was all just like form and
forms suck, bro.
Well, that's why I got into choreography, dog.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't learn how to fight at all. It's mostly dancing.
But the katas helped him be a choreographer and a dancer and a kinja.
But not how to fucking fight.
The kinjas look like warriors that they don't fight.
Yeah, we're peace warriors.
Yeah.
We're like the UN.
I mean, you'll scare people too. You start doing that shit right before a fight, they're like, all right, never mind then.
They know how to fucking do
Never
magic.
mind.
And that's the thing about the Kinjas. Like, a lot of people really truly believe that they're way better than the Jabberwockies.
Yep.
Across the board.
A lot of people.
Across the board.
How the fuck did we get here?
I know, right? Today's video is brought to you by Feels. CBD isn't about what you feel, it's about what you do not feel, such as pain, stress, anxiety. That shit sucks.
I got a pretty crazy combination of stress and anxiety the other day, and it's from actually like what was going on in Afghanistan.
Oh, what?
So
you
actually-
started feeling sad and shit?
Yeah, I actually follow a bunch of like veteran type Instagrams and stuff, and like news, like world news. And I have a bunch of vet buddies, you know, like one of our closest buddies, he's been there, and a lot of people these days, they just keep reposting, especially people that have been there, and they feel like a lot of their work was just, you know, useless, they didn't do anything. So it kind of got to me, and then even though in my brain, I'm like, well, there's nothing we can do, it's out of our control, you know, it's just a crazy thing that's happened. But when I was sleeping at night, I'll think about it. And I'm like, man, this thing's penetrating my dreams, and then so I'm not getting well rested. So the night after, I took some and helped me relax a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So now my heart and my body kind of match my brain, which I know I can't do much about it. We just gotta let it play out, and it actually was able to get me some restful sleep the next day.
I think CBD is a great way to kind of balance out everything and
Yeah.
have like a unwinding ritual before you go to sleep. You just get a few drops. Feels is easy to use. You could go boop, 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 and then you put it on your tongue, and you can go sleepy sleep without, you know, maybe letting that mind turn into a roller coaster. And if you are intimidated, this is your first time, you don't know what to do, there is an awesome little hotline you can call. They'll help you through the process and explain what might be kind of good for you as a first timer. And if you join their Feels monthly membership, you'll save money on every single order, and you can cancel at any time.
Yeah, so you can become a member today by going to feels.com/offtherecord to get 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's feals.com/offtherecord, OFFTHERECORD to get 50% off your order plus free shipping. Thank you, Feels.
Yeah, like,
You said
pretty
the wrong
widespread.
thing.
All right, so back to like fight training and David's shitty lack of time and stuff.
Yeah, fuck David, dude.
I had to quit. I had to choose one or the other, like, because I was fucking committing like 4 hours hanging with these guys. Because in the morning I would actually start with Nick for an hour, and we would train, and then we would wait for David to do some kickboxing or whatever, and then the food would happen, and then it would be like before I know it, I was spending 6 hours with them and shit.
It was the glory days, man. It was great.
That was fun, but yeah.
Glory days, what, like last week? What was this?
No. This is like what? Like, this is before pandemic, yeah. Where we could train with like 10, 15 people, and nobody would wonder like, hey, where are you coming from? Who are you hanging out
Oh,
with?
yeah.
You know.
Nowadays, you gotta train at the park? Or is there places you can
Nah,
train
we don't
at?
really have classes like that
I
anymore.
had like one session with this dude during the pandemic at the park.
Yeah, that was it.
Or yeah, and then I did the other thing at your buddy's house, the kickboxer's house.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Where you guys sessioning now?
Not really anywhere. We have a garage that we go do jiu-jitsu at, but that's pretty much where we all go and train. But I haven't even trained with this guy in years.
He hates me.
Did the pandemic ruin like a lot of like martial art gyms and all that stuff, that culture?
Yeah, a lot of gyms closed down. You know,
It's a lot of touching in there, you know?
yeah, it's exclusively
They're
touching.
close.
But what if you're quarantined together and then you train together?
That's what we kind of did
That's
during the
what we kinda
pandemic.
did.
Yeah.
Like the same group that trains is the same group that you only hang out with.
Yeah,
so
that was
you don't
it.
really expose yourself to other people.
That was pretty much it.
Because that's how we figured out how to stay like in JK. We didn't get Rona till like
The
end of
buzzer,
the
bro.
year.
We did good. We did real good.
But you all did it together.
Yeah, we all
We
got it
didn't,
together.
I
at
don't
the
think
end.
we never got it.
No, we never got it. We had a couple close calls. We had a couple close calls. Bro.
You did because you almost came to Bart's house.
Dude.
You should have.
I should have.
You would have got
Great
it.
party.
Yeah.
We were,
missed out.
we were training with somebody, and that day he had COVID.
Yeah. It was Patrick.
Yeah,
We were training him for his fight.
Not to put him on blast, but I mean, shit.
But you guys didn't get sick after you trained with them?
There was
But that
12
was
of
2
us.
weeks before like we all got it.
You got it from the same person?
We have a source that we know where this guy got it from. And
He was looking for
And
it.
this guy is always out in these streets.
Bart's not ground zero.
Nah, he ain't ground
Oh,
zero.
like victim zero.
But it's
Nah.
fucked up. The
You don't even have to say who it is, but I know who it is.
the guy who gave him COVID, like, I know the guy, and I'm
I think
kind of.
you're the one that introduced me to the guy.
I'm actually
Say his fucking name, dude. Millions of people have COVID. Might as well put somebody on blast here.
I'm indirectly responsible for giving you guys all COVID.
Oh, you motherfucker. I'm
sorry.
You never even got it?
I didn't even get it.
Wait, so this cat,
Because Bart was making out with him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
introduced me to him. We're making out. He doesn't make out with him anymore.
Yeah, we stopped making out
And then
for
we're
a
like
while.
doing weekly makeout sessions.
He's in a lot of trouble, this guy. So now we really can't make out with this guy.
Hey, I was already hearing about that shit over at the shop
Yeah, dude.
from other people. So,
Yeah, so
it's
there's
just-
all these, you know, there's
You
all
guys
these.
make out with too many dangerous dudes.
Yeah, we like it, you know. Look,
You know, I got it the luckiest out of everyone. So like, when I got COVID, I tested
How's
negative.
that lucky already?
No. But check this though.
the organic vaccine.
I got the antibody, but I wasn't contagious. When you check on the CDC now, if your symptoms are only no taste, and then or stuffy nose, but you don't have a fever, you don't have any of those things, you're not contagious.
That was me.
that's dope.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a fever?
It was the chillest time ever.
The chillest time.
My first time with COVID sucked balls though. Like the
Oh, you had it more than once?
I had it like at the beginning before everyone even knew it made landfall.
He's probably the safest one in this whole room.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I don't go anywhere, bro. But then, yeah, I got it real bad, and it was like nuts. I was like, shit, this is crazy. So then my second time, my body's used to it already.
Maybe I had it too because I had something crazy in February, man. It was like some bronchitis that I never felt before, and I was like, I didn't sleep for 3 days because I coughed so hard.
And mine was December before your February.
Yeah.
So yeah.
COVID, man.
Anthony, you dodged it.
So far. But this room is a festering petri dish of fucking something, so I gotta.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of time. Everyone's gonna get it.
Why you gotta say it like that all matter of time like that?
That's
Yeah.
how science works.
If we if we do shots, then it cleans out the microbiome.
See,
Yeah.
that's what helps.
That's why I've been drinking every day because I'm trying to keep it, the doctor away.
Alcohol kills all the germies.
Because I use alcohol to, wipe the site where you inject, anyways.
There you go.
What do you inject?
Yeah, he puts vodka on it.
Yeah, what do you inject?
A little bit of D-ball, a
D-ball?
little bit of testosterone.
How come you don't want to do steroids? Why are you such a pussy about it?
How come you don't want to do steroids?
Hey, it's fun.
Is it dick stuff?
You talk about steroids. He's done it before.
You done steroids?
Yeah, I did.
You fucking don't look like. No, I'm just kidding. You're fucking the biggest dude in the room, dude. Come on, bro. Tell
Hey,
me.
Bart is probably just as white as me.
No.
Nah, bro. Have you touched this guy?
Joe just as white as me.
This guy feels like the outside of a house.
Me?
Like he doesn't feel like a human being, you know?
We stuck in the mountains. Like I'm gonna eat you first.
I'm small, dude.
If we had to eat Alex, where would you guys start?
Actually, I might eat Steve first.
Like,
Why?
I got
Wait, what the fuck?
Well, you got the disease stuff, so you're probably going first anyway. So
What disease do I have?
whole fucking multi-COVID thing. We gotta like eat your antibodies and stuff.
Steve drinks a lot. He's probably like Kobe beef.
But he's like,
He's
yeah,
probably
like
way
me.
softer.
I'm really relaxed.
I'm really relaxed.
He's Wagyu,
You
dude.
probably take a bite of Steve and you're on a caffeine high already.
Caffeine and grain is meat, baby.
Yeah, but then we gonna get to the roids. Yeah. No, really, you done roids before? I'm hella curious. Look at me, I'm hella skinny.
I took test for about 8 months.
What's that, testosterone?
Testosterone.
How's your dick?
It's good.
Yeah.
Honestly, it didn't. The thing with like steroids is it shrinks your balls.
Did your balls shrink? Because I had some
Little-
buddies where they're like, oh, sure, my balls go.
Yeah, my balls got. They didn't like.
It's cosmetic anyway, though.
Yeah,
you
who
good.
cares about
Yeah.
the balls? But they were like they got a little smaller, but when you're done, they kind of go back to normal.
Hey,
Oh, it grows back?
When you're jizzing, is it like less cum or?
Dude, very important
No,
question.
not some people.
No, I've
some
always
people,
thought
they're like
that. I've always
people
thought
get
that.
off gear when they're trying to have a kid.
And it just
Because you become, if you
nothing.
take enough, you become sterile. So like you have less semen. So I'm like,
Yeah, it kills your sperm count.
so when you're jizzing, is it like just Jello or some shit?
Or like powder?
Nah.
Bunch of ash?
Honestly, I didn't really see a big difference in that type of stuff. I
You
think
weren't
because
jizzing like Jello jigglers or nothing?
because I did a smaller amount supposedly. So I was doing like 600 a week. I guess some people start with 900 and stuff like that. So I was doing 2 injections a week, one on Tuesday and one on Saturday.
So you talking about milligrams?
yeah.
And then when you say injections, like I don't know shit about steroids. How does that shit work? Like what do you actually?
Like a heroin needle?
That was the worst part. That's why I stopped because I hated it. Because like I was so nervous. I had seen videos of people getting like infections and shit like that. So it made me so nervous. So yeah, you get the alcohol pad. You'd wipe your shoulder or wherever you're gonna do it. So I would use literally like 20 alcohol pads.
Why don't you
Do
do your
one, let
butt?
it dry. Do one, let it dry. Do one. But I don't have the mobility for that. So
to
like, trying to
It has to be intramuscular. Is that why? Like you
it has to be in your muscle.
I see.
So like when you So like first, you guys want the whole step. You get the little vial, turn it upside down.
But tell me how he goes again. I gotta write all that.
Right, quick.
Where'd you get the vial?
Illegally?
Okay.
In Mexico, all these pharmacies.
We gonna get the plug off camera.
He doesn't tell me.
In Mexico,
I'm like, I
all
got
these
it from
pharmacies were
Steve
like,
the
they have
Iceman.
it.
I got you. That's true. That's true.
So you put it in, you make sure there's like no bubbles, right?
Oh yeah, flick it.
Yeah, no, so you put the syringe in, you press it all the way out to let all the air, then you pull it to how much you want, you take it out, and then if there's like a little bubbles or whatever, you push it out a little bit so there's like no air.
It's like regular drugs, okay?
Exactly. You do the whole thing, you dry it, you clean it off, whatever like that. And then I remember, I think it was like from your muscle, your bone right here on your shoulders, like 3 fingers under. It's like where
Under the bone? The shoulder? Blade?
On the bone.
muscle, like the main muscle is at. So you put it in, you like pull it out a little bit, because the whole thing is if you pull it out and there's blood, that means you like hit a vein. So you don't want to put it directly like in your bloodstream. So like if you do that, you have to take it out, put it somewhere.
What happens if it goes in your bloodstream?
I don't know, I never did that.
But it's not good.
I think it's
You
not
don't want
good.
that to happen.
Yeah, so then I did it.
Too much power.
Once you pull it out, and it's weird because it's like really hard like to pull it out because there's like
Because your muscles wrap
no
around.
air, there's no nothing, right? So like you feel it, no blood comes out, then you press it in, and you think it's gonna be like, it's literally you're having to use 2 fingers, like.
Can you feel it filling up your shoulder?
Not really, no.
And after you inject, when do you feel it? Or is it?
Or what do you feel?
Yeah, what do you feel?
Nothing. Nah, you inject it in. Like the next day, it might be like a little like tender sore like that, but I'd say it took about like 2 weeks for it to kick in.
Then how do you know it's working?
You have a big ass bicep all of a sudden?
Well,
get
the
roid
whole
rage?
thing is like, no roid rage. I didn't get roid rage. I wish, but the like after about 2 weeks, it's like I would work out and I'm like, damn, I'm not sore, and like I would have so much energy. And like I was telling Bart, I would bench 3 times a week and I was never sore. And I was like, damn, this feels good. I would deadlift twice a week. I was never sore. I only squat once, but I was never sore. So I was like, all right.
So testosterone helps you with soreness?
With recovery. So that's the biggest like I guess like misconception about steroids is they think you inject and then you go boosh. Yeah. It's not really the case. What the case is, you inject, and because you're so able to recover, you can handle insane amounts of workload. And then so now,
And you're more anabolic.
and
too.
so now that you have this much amount of workload, where like before you could only run maybe 5 miles a week, now you can run like 5 miles morning, lunch, and dinner. Then now your body just starts adapting to the stimulus that you apply to it.
But that sucks. I just want to inject it and be done with it.
I don't even want to work out.
Yeah.
There was a study.
It is more anabolic, so you will grow a little bit more muscle.
There was a study where they did a study of like 5 people that did nothing and then 5 people that did nothing but took tests, and they still gained about like 6 pounds of muscle.
Holy shit.
There you go.
But it was nice. That was my whole thing was I stopped because I just hated doing the needle. Yeah.
Well, if it was a pill, would you do it again?
No, that one's even scarier to me because hard on your liver and stuff like that.
If there was no side effects, would you do it?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd still do it right now, even if
There was no side effect.
Fuck yeah, man.
shit. But it was fun. Like I wouldn't mind doing it again. It's just like I don't have like a reason to do it.
I heard that like when you get off of it, then your body's like, oh shit, where'd the test go? And then it kind of freaks out.
I've heard stories about. I had a pretty good
cycle.
Good cycle.
You gotta come off the correct way or something, right?
Yeah, I don't even think I did though. Like people were telling me about like you have to take these types of things to get off. I kind of just I was doing 600 a week, and then I switched it to 600 every 2 weeks. So I'd do 300 once a week, and then I switched to 300 every other week, and then I just stopped taking it, and I felt fine.
So you did kind of like
So you
taper
weaned
off
off.
a little bit.
Yeah, I just tapered off. Like people tell me like, oh, you need to take this. I was like, I just slowly got off.
Why is it illegal? Is it like prescription pills where you have to go through?
Yeah, dude. Can't have a bunch of hotties walking around like
Don't do this shit by itself.
It's too sexy.
That's what I want.
No,
I want
like,
a steroid
what's-
where you do this and then you just.
Because it's illegal, right?
Yeah, I'll do that one.
You will grow more hair though.
Yeah, hey, my back started getting a little hairy. I knew that because my barber started like shaving down here. I'm like, boy, what you doing?
When he gave you the fade, he started with the lower back.
He's sticking the clippers in the back of your shirt. You're like, yo, what the fuck you doing in there?
Like this, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, shaving my lower back. But no,
But why is it illegal though? Because it just, I don't know. Is it like a doctor has to help you through it or whatever?
yeah, I mean, they do prescribe it to people, like older
right?
people. I think your test number has to be under 400, and then they'll start giving it to you, or something even lower, probably lower. But I don't know. I think people should be able to. Like, why not? Who gives a fuck? Like, you can drink, you can do all this shit. This whole roid rage thing, I think, is a little like overplayed too. Yeah. Steroids will, like, whoever you are, it will just amplify it. Yeah. So like, if you're super nice, you're just gonna be nice when you're on it.
Look in that camera right there and say, "Hey kids, do steroids."
Do steroids. Take pads. Make sure you clean your shoulders with those alcohol pads.
All right. Good message. That's a good message right there.